Hey kindergarten, we're back and hopefully you've watched that Generation Genius video about force and motion. It's quite amazing. Can you imagine being a bowling ball and having someone push you down the alleyway to knock down pins? Wow, that might hurt. Well, in thinking about that in our sports theme, think about when you are playing sports. We talked about they have pushes and pulls, yes, but they also talked about having a weak force or a strong force. Well, there are times when you want to use a weak force and sometimes you want to use a strong force. There are times if you're playing basketball and you want to pass the ball to somebody and they're close by, you don't want to give it a nice strong force. May knock the person over. Don't want to do that during a game. But if you're trying to shoot the ball, you may need to use a lot more force to get that ball up and into the basket. So thinking about when you're passing a ball to a friend, using that basketball, want to make sure it might be a light or weaker force to use for that, or might need to use a strong force. Same thing if you are tossing a football. You may need to do a nice short little toss. That would be a weak force. But if someone is way down the field, you know you want to go all the way back and you want to throw with a lot of force to get that ball all the way down the field. Some of you are saying, gosh, you sure are using your arms a lot. A lot of sports do use it, unless you're playing soccer. Then your pushes and your pulls will be with your feet. So you want to make sure that if you are passing the ball to someone close, again, you'll use a weak force. But if you are trying to get that ball all the way down the field or up into the corner of the goal, you might want to use a stronger force to get this ball to where it needs to go. But you'd have to use your feet. So thinking about that when you are playing sports, pushes and pulls, how do you use them? Do you use your feet? Do your arms? Maybe even you might use your head. I don't know. So thinking about all those different types of things when you're doing a push or a pull. Interesting. I just heard someone say, well, what about gymnastics or cheerleading? I don't use a ball for that, and it's a sport. You're absolutely right. But think about how you push and pull your body when you're doing a cheer. Do you push your arms away? Do you have to pull your arms in when you're doing a gymnastics move? Thinking about all the pushes and pulls when you are jumping and moving your body. There's lots of pushes and pulls, lots of work, lots of energy that goes into that sport as well. So think about that, all those different sports. Think about the pushes and pulls and think about, are you using a strong force or using a weaker force? Keep enjoying your science. Talk to you later.